Card number 91 from the 1953 Bowman Color set, Steve Suchak of the Detroit Tigers. Look at how absolutely delighted Steve is in this fantastic card. He's smiling. Why is he smiling so much? Well, maybe because he's got a great baseball glove, vintage baseball glove. And there's a baseball tucked in there. He's got his flannel baseball jersey tucked very tightly into his pants. And, he's just looking the part. He's in Yankee Stadium, and he's ready to play baseball. Tonight's video had a appropriate Western theme attached to it, which will fit with our guest tonight because this is Card Room Live. And it is session number 91, which is kind of crazy. Anybody that's new should know that this is not a show. It's a hangout for fellow vintage collectors. Sometimes we have guests. We have a very important guest waiting in the wings, but most of the time we just waste time looking at and talking about cardboard, and through it all, we try to make it time well wasted. If you're here with us live, good evening to each and every one of you. You might be able to tell that I'm a little under the weather. I've been sick the past few days, as some of you know, but I couldn't miss this one. I had to be here. The show must go on. The mail never stops, as Newman once said. So if you're here with us live, you're in for a treat tonight. If you happen to be listening to this later, you might be going to or coming home from work. You might be sorting your cards, looking at eBay, walking the dog, sitting on the john, wondering if Eddie Wakus will come up in conversation tonight, wondering what other Mike foolery we'll get into. You might even be wondering if Reese ND Card Ranger is going to finish that card room of his. I think we might finally definitively have an answer to that question, maybe even as early as tonight. Whatever you might be doing, I hope you get something out of it. If you want to get in touch, if you have ideas for future sessions or anything like that, you can email me at bowman53channel@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, bowman53_Alex. On X, or Twitter as it used to be called, 1953 Bowman Color. All that information is in the description below. So good evening to everybody. Roll call. Rocket Rick is here. Wrench Holder is here. Mike Sports History Collector is here. Maxa Jackson is here now. Baseball Time Traveler is here. Peter B is here. Hugo Signs of the Past Time is here. Orlando Collector's Dream is here. Rick Acosta is here. Hammer 44 is here. Let's see who else. Vintage Goats, Peacemaker Cards, The Card Story, John Mangini, Other Wrench Holder, Mookie Chilson. Mookie, I have a bone to pick with you. You posted a video that was called a Mookie Minute, but I can clearly see that the video is 10 minutes and 34 seconds long. So you've got to fix your math there, Mookie. William is here. What's up? Vintage Tigers. Nothing wrong with some vintage Detroit Tigers. Low grade, no grade vintage is here. Mitchell is here. This is the first time somebody's asked this question. It's a very important question. I've been waiting for somebody to ask, and Don is the one to think of it. What happens when the number of hangouts exceed the number of 53 Bowman cards? That's a fantastic question. I don't know, man. It's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. You see how Alex is not. I would proudly wear a Don's Field of Dreams shirt if one existed. Not a shameless promoter. Stephen with the PH. No, this video is not contagious. It might be cardboard contagious, but that's it. Chris from Missouri is here. Will is here. Video Guy 316 is here. All right, so there's a great group of folks in here. It's time for us to get started. So We've got a guest waiting. You all know who it is, so I'm not going to stall any further. The time has finally come for me to stop publicly badgering this gentleman about whether or not he would ever finish his card room. Because apparently it's happened. This is an exclusive breaking news story. The card room is finished. The man himself is here with us tonight to share his card room with us. Here he is. It's Reese, Indy Card Ranger. What's up, Reese?
Man, yeah, that was a big buildup. I'm not sure about this.
You hung through it though, like you're still here.
Yeah. Oh man, doing well. How are you? What's going on?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see you in your card room. This is your card room, right?
Yeah.
That we see
So
behind you.
yeah, it's also my office.
It's
So
also your office. Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I work from home every day now. So that was part of the part of the reason to do it. So I'm working from home every day. So it's awesome to be able to work now in my room and I can actually look at baseball cards. So
Yes.
yeah.
Everybody's freaking out. Some people are passing out. Yes, we're finally here in your card room. So I can't remember when did you first mention this? Do you remember
It
or
was
let's go back further than that. Like how did this get started for you in terms of
yeah,
like kind of converting it into your card room?
it got started. The thought of it started during COVID because I was working from home much more.
Yeah.
Um, but between that and to be honest, I wanted a card room, but I also wanted to, I'll just say, like thin things out and go through and purge and just kind of get it down to something that had I really everything I loved was in my collection. I had so much other stuff. So my goal was, I'm working from home more now. Let's thin things out, and then when I'm done with that, then the physical room gets made. So it's kind of like I set a goal for myself first to get things in order, you know. So, but then about a year ago, then I started working permanently from home, and so the end of last year, I officially, kind of kicked into high gear. I think that's when I was talking to you on one of your lives. I forget. I think it was actually one of these. It was right. You had Nina on and Alan and myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's right.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yes.
I should have queued that up.
That's
Um,
right.
yes, and so then ever since then, I just wouldn't
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
badgering you about it. And and so what were some of the things? I mean, and by the way, you're gonna be showing us around here in a little bit and like actually showing us some of the setup. But like what were besides cleaning it out, like once you had gotten rid of things and kind of cleared some space, like what were some of the things that you were kind of thinking about doing?
Um, I mean, one thing was storage. Like once I was going through everything, like how I wanted to store things. So I really want to get something good to store them in. I couldn't spend what I wanted on that, but I got some decent things. And to be honest, I had some ideas that I wanted to do, and I think I shared one on the live too. Like one thing, I wanted a pinhole cardboard so I could, and that was one idea. And you had actually pointed me in Mookie's way. I didn't realize he had done that, so I watched some of his videos, and
Right.
um, I also wanted to have some kind of this is weird, some kind of a lamp that I could, kind of a baseball lamp themed, right? Some kind of a theme on my I'll call my main like little storage unit. So I did that. Yeah, and then mostly it was, getting things to display my different magazines, photos, cards, and once I knew what I wanted to display, how thinking about what I could buy to display them the way I wanted to, you
Hmm.
know. But yeah, it was mostly reorganizing and then, thinking about some of the smaller parts I wanted to do, as part of the room. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to be honest. Most of the work was getting rid of things, I have to say.
Yeah.
Half the time was going through. I mean, I got Anita had motivated me last year, and I got rid of a lot of boxes of cards, like 14 or so, at a yard sale I had. And now I have about the same amount. I went through a second time, and I'm actually going to go to like a local card show at the mall here and just give cards away and just have fun with it now. I have a
Wow.
bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I'm excited about it. more excited about now in my room that I work in every day. It's fun. I don't want to oversell it. You're going to be. I joked with Alex. You're probably going to be underwhelmed, but it's my room and I love it. So it feels good to me, right? It feels good.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely, man. And like, I mean, just the fact that you did it and that you're happy with it, I think is what
Yeah.
matters most.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
okay, so all the pressure's on Reese because he's going to try to do something which is pretty difficult, which is try to do this live. So Reese, I'm going to let you kind of take the reins, and
Okay.
he's going to actually kind of take us around, do a live tour of his space.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready.
Let me turn the camera around. I'll turn it off, then I'll turn it around and turn it back off here, and let me, interrupt me at any time, Alex. I'm just gonna kind of chat and show you things, ask questions or whatever.
Sure.
So, okay. All right. Get the camera turned around here. 1 second. Back here. Okay.
Awesome.
Let me just back up. Yeah. So this, I mean, again, I went for storage. Maybe it's hard to see because the light is on, but I had to have that on. But um, I bought two of these. I really wanted some kind of a chest, but I really couldn't afford it. But I found these awesome storage that I could put together that hold a lot of cards.
Great.
And this is kind of like one of my storage units in the room. And that's the lamp I was talking about. So I can go underneath it. I bought a Dandy potato chips, an old tin container. It's pretty darn sturdy. It's from like 1960, about something like that, earliest one I could find. And I just thought it'd be fun to have some kind of baseball themed lamp, tobacco or something like that. And then I found this tin. I'm like, that's perfect. 50s, like Dandy potato chips. I love that set. Um, so I made that lamp as kind of my first little project for the room, which I had a lot of fun making that as well.
Yeah, I have to mention that was my first tease from Reese that he was actually working on the room, and it's such a brilliant idea. Like, when did you like? Did you think of the idea and then look for the chips, or did you see that? Like, how did you come up with that idea? It's great.
Yeah, at first I thought like some kind of a tobacco tin. Then I'm like, wait, let me see if I can find an old like Dandy tin or something like that. And I just happened to be like the perfect size, to be honest. So it just, I was trying to think of 50s and things like that, of any kind of container or anything I can make a lamp out of other than like a baseball or a bat, right? So,
Right.
but yeah, so I just started searching things, and ironically, it popped up, and it was kind of the perfect size, and it's very, it's old school, built very well, as you can tell. I mean, these things are, it's like a tank, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So great. And I love your setup there with the old radio and it looks like is that Williams and Mutual Wheaties boxes.
yeah, no, these are repos. I couldn't,
Yeah.
but I love Wheaties. I've been really into those lately. So
Yeah.
I got those boxes. Now the radio, Alex, is actually one of my other favorite things. This was actually inspired by you, because
Sweet.
remember how you said you got the radio from Amazon, this old fashioned radio?
Yeah.
Well, this radio was given to me by my grandfather.
Wow.
It's a 1960 Summit transistor radio, and it wasn't working anymore. So I took out the speaker and I bought a Bluetooth speaker that's always plugged
Oh,
in.
fantastic, man.
So yeah, so now I'm listening to baseball games, podcast, music through this old radio through my phone and iPad. And you gave me that idea. I was like, oh my gosh, I have the radio from my grandfather. I'm going to mount a Bluetooth speaker in there, and away we go. And that's my grandfather.
Oh, wow. I was gonna ask the photograph. That's great.
Yeah, we went on a trip to Branson, Missouri together, and that's his favorite country singer, Charlie Pride. He called him up on stage, and we took a picture with him. So
That's awesome.
yeah, that's my grandpa, and that's his radio. And then this, I had my heart set on like a wooden pinhole board, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, I could not find one, and if I do, I will replace this one. But this is actually a magnetic whiteboard.
Wow.
That's wood grain. So while it's not pins, like I have this 51 Wheaties, bear on there that has two pinholes in it. This is one I found. It was all cut up in pinholes of the 54 Bowman Roberts. And then probably a guy you'll remember or Alex for sure, is Dolph Camilli. He
Sure.
was the Phillies and a Dodger MVP, and yeah. So those are the only three I have now. But my goal is this board to fill it up with just cool vintage pinhole cards. But these are magnets actually. They're like
Sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I kind of took I guess the easy way out, but I could not find like a wood grain pinup board, that actually would work.
You should
But
probably talk to Drew, a Vintage Legacy. Maybe he can
okay.
hook you up with something.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Not to put Drew on the spot, but that I think that could work. But that this
Okay.
setup looks fantastic, man.
Yeah, it's fun. Just two more. This is my Ashburn glove, early 50s McGregor Goldsmith glove, and then this is the glove that Jesse gave me, Robin Roberts from the early 50s too.
Oh man, that's
So
great.
yeah, fun stuff. And then this is a baseball for my son was born, that my wife gave me. So has
Nice.
his yeah. So this is kind of like I mean my kind of my favorite little nook, just really personal stuff and fun stuff for the room. So
Yeah.
yeah, and like the storage. I'll show you. Why not? I mean I got everything kind of organized in here. I have two of these, and just try to label everything correctly and sort through. This is part of the process of purging that I went through, you
Yeah.
know. But it's great for storage. It was cheap. Put it together yourself as a lock and everything, and it's really really fun. One thing I'll point out is like on these boxes, these work out really well. They're a business card, like sticky business
Oh,
card
sure.
holders,
Yeah.
and you can slide the business cards in and out if you want to change what's in the box. So I use those on all of my boxes, as I was organizing them and everything. But yeah, that's kind of one of the main things there. But
That's great. I
um,
mean, and they're easy, easy access, but also you have them out of sight, and
yeah,
your boxes are out of sight.
exactly. Yeah, and I have another one. I have my Phillies one here, my Notre Dame one over there.
Nice.
So I have my supplies in there and all my more boxes of cards and things like that. But yeah, um, then this is. Let me turn the light on here. Sorry. So this is. I just redid all this shelving so this could fit underneath it, and I put shelves up here. And these are all like my big items and binders. So I got these awesome comic book holders, and then this is a magazine holder for all my larger items, like bigger slabs, 5x7s, magazines, everything like that. I keep in those three totes. They're really for comic books and magazines, but they were great for all those other things as well. And then, I just have all my binders on this shelf. This is my Diamond Kings set, like 82 to 91 that I had forever. Phillies binder and all my WizKids autos I'm working on. That product is this binder. So these are just all my Garbage Pail Kids, Star Wars, all the binders I put together so far. But
Right.
I have more room, to grow in there as well. So again, nothing fancy, but like this is part of the storage and what I really wanted to do with the room to organize everything and get it kind of cleaned up.
That's great.
So,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
have you done a WizKids autograph video before?
I haven't. So this binder, I have the whole team, like either an autographed photo or postcard, except for four members of the entire roster, except for the coaches. I have two coaches. I have four left. But I do want to do a video of this binder, which is all my signed 1950 team photos and stuff. Yeah, yep. But I have not done that yet. I haven't finished it, but the last four are really tough. So
Okay. Yeah.
I might have to do it before I do those four, and then just go from there as I get them. But yeah, fun. Yeah, really
Fantastic.
fun. Yeah. This is my childhood binder. So there's a lot of stuff there. Um, I mean, I'll try and turn this off. I have a different light here. I have to turn on for these, just so you guys can see things. So this is my reindeer corner, reindeer studios corner over here.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the sorry, I gotta get this right. Yeah, this is the there you go. That's the Satchel Paige charcoal, and I won this in one of his original contests when you had to guess like so you would do a painting and then you would say something related to that subject.
Oh, that's right.
You,
Yes, I
you would
remember
pick
that.
one. Yeah, so that's how I got the Willie Nelson. That was the first thing I ever got from Scott, and then the Satchel Paige. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. Then Alex, this is my Bobby Thompson signed bat.
Oh man,
Yeah, my
so
neighbor
cool.
gave that to me. Yeah, my neighbor was moving away. He said, "Do you know who Bobby Thompson is?" Thompson is. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I have this bat from my brother. Do you want it? I'm like, sure. And he wouldn't take any money for it, but yeah, like, of course I do
I
that.
wish my neighbor would ask me if I knew who Bobby Thompson
I
was.
know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Um, all right. So then, I mean, this is kind of my last wall here. This is where I work every day, but I'll show you these when I get there. But then I have some photos, and I have three of these on the wall, and
Oh,
and
great.
then I'll show you this first. This is my favorite piece. That this is from the, I don't know if you can see that. It's from the 1950 Sunday Bulletin newspaper. You would send in and get this, and it is the entire WizKids roster in this 36 by, I forget what it is now, but so that's from 1950 from the Sunday Bulletin. Pretty awesome.
Looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. But some things here that Alex, you might remember this one. I'm not sure if you will or not.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
Let me get this over here. Yeah, you actually pointed me to this. It's a 1950 baseball magazine with Richie Ashburn. He's
Yeah.
sliding in here,
Yes.
and
Against
it's
the
signed.
Cardinals. That's a great shot.
Yeah, against the Cardinals. It's signed by him. So really cool, really cool. And then this is one of my favorite. I gotta get this here. This is one of my favorite Robin Roberts signed photos that I have. Oh man, the name escaped me. This was taken by who's your photographer? Y'all that work in Wrigley Field. George. Oh man, I'm I'm getting the names mixed up
Oh,
here.
I'm not
I
sure.
forget. This is early Wrigley Field Robin Roberts photo, and you can just see the witch hat, like that's right field and Wrigley Field.
Right.
Back in. So it's one of my favorite Robin Roberts signed. This one's for Jesse if he's watching.
Oh man.
So yeah, this is a 1994 Canada Sports Illustrated. It's pretty hard to find actually. Um, the regular one in the U.S. from this date had Ken Griffey Jr. and Mike Piazza like as a foldout, but Canada did this one, and this was my favorite. So I know Jesse will enjoy that one.
Yeah.
And then
Classic.
yeah, Tim. This is my Tim Brown signed '87, which is the year I went there. So
Yes.
anyway, that's my Notre Dame one. Yeah. Um, okay, so these, um,
Oh, dude, I love those. That's great. The
yeah,
little sort
so
of like shadow boxes.
yeah, these ironically, I found these. These are actually made for like to pin up like butterflies and stuff. They have UV
Right.
glass and everything. The locks on the side. They came with a white foam, but I put I put black felt in the back and wrapped them up, and it's cool. You can use them just for like bigger items. So
Right.
large slabs. I have my with tabs.
Oh, tabs. Okay.
Richie Ashburn and Larry Doby of the Hires. And then this one I just picked up last show is the Kurt Simmons
Seal test. Yes.
49 seal test. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Do you want me to go quick through these, or I can
Oh,
just
please. Yeah.
okay, I'll just roll. So let me get them open quick, and then let me get this first one open. I'll just do it real quick. I know you're
No,
probably
no, no. You're fine, man.
busy.
You're doing well. Everybody's totally engaged with all your stuff.
These are my, like I said, I am really loving the Wheaties lately. So these are the 51 Wheaties I picked up. Oops, let me get this over here. This is my, Alex, I got this from you.
Yeah,
So
I see. I recognize that card. Yeah.
one of my prized possessions. It's just some of my favorite cards. This is my grandmother's favorite player, Mickey McDermott. So I have a lot of Mickey McDermott cards.
Nice.
So these are all cards that I just love or have some kind of meaning to me. They're nothing crazy, but they're some of my favorites. Let me get this out of the way here. There you go. Yeah, then National Game, Walter Johnson, just fun cards that Joe Wood,
Beautiful.
Christie, yeah. I know you don't like that one, but
Oh, I'm closing my eyes for a second. The Ted Williams is great.
yeah, that's like yeah, he won Bowman Ted Williams. Tris Speaker. This is one of my favorite. Oops, I just knocked this out. 1 second.
It's okay. It's all live, guys.
Yeah, I just bumped the light here. My bad. Sorry. Um, yeah, so this is Marquard, Mickey, Satch. Just my favorite cards I have really. Some
Mm.
Wheaties, 55 Rawlings.
Oh wow, the Campanella and that man, you've got that. I love that Rawlings Musial.
Yeah, this is my favorite one of those that of the 55 Rawlings and the Red Heart. Yeah, just some of my, this is the Diamond Stars. Get this over there. There we go. Yeah, there's the Dandy, Larry Doby,
Yep.
another Larry Doby, Campy. And I got this signed in person by Bill White at a lunch that we went to. So 59 rookie of Bill White.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Do this one real quick. Let me know if you need me to stop. So.
No,
I'm almost
please
done.
continue. Yeah. Everybody's enjoying your cards.
This is my son's row. This is his Pokemon. I gave
Oh,
him a row.
sweet.
Only one
Is
row, I
your
know.
son allowed to come into the card room?
Oh yeah. I only give him one row. It's a little selfish of me, but I did what I could. Yeah, no, it's great. So this is my Richie Ashburn row. Some of my favorite Richie cards.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, Red Heart, Tobacco, 49. I love this 53 Dixie lid.
Yeah.
Then the 58 Hard Without Tab, and then the 51 Tops. Then this is my Whiz Kids row. Just one member from kind of the main guys in the Whiz Kids. Oh, man. Sorry. I don't know if you can still see me there. Can you still see that? Probably not. 1 second.
It's all good.
Yeah, sorry, guys. This light's being difficult. Doesn't want to stay plugged in. There we go. Sorry. Struggle bus. I'm the struggle bus here. All right, yeah. So, this is the Whiz Kids row. So 49, Willie Jones.
Puddinhead,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Just love the 54 top of Hamner. There's my Bowman 53, Kurt Simmons. There you go. There's Eddie.
Hey, there he is. I love that
Yeah,
card. I want to get that card.
yeah. I just love that. That's my favorite Wakest card that I own is that one. Yep. And then I just love this, the Wilson Franks Del Ennis is just my favorite. I
Yeah,
love that
man,
card.
that yellow really pops.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool, really cool. And then Roberts. Then I go a little more well, I have my Ashburn and my favorite Richie Allen card, the
Yeah.
Allen. Schmidt. My favorite Del Ennis card, other than the Wilson Franks, I could not put the 48 leaf up there.
Yeah.
And then just a modern one of Harper. I just got that signed one of one at the last show, and this is Reese Hoskins signed. I got that the first time I met Ed Westergriff at the Philly show. He found that for me.
Nice.
The next one I got from John Mangini. That's a cool card.
Oh, the 55 Bowman?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah. So I put that up there. That's awesome. Carew. The 74 Hank Aaron is just a special card to me. I got that. It was my first, I felt, ancient card I got when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, the 74 Hank Aaron special lives in my memory forever. I thought I had struck gold. So,
that's so great.
Yeah. And then, McCovey rookie and cool post of Willie Mays. And then the last one over here, just take you through some quick. This one won't be as interesting to some because it is a little more modern, but this is kind of my childhood of 80s cards.
Yeah.
Over here. I'll get this one unlocked for you real quick. There we are. So, just 80s cards that I did not have as a kid. I went back and got them when I started collecting again, so that's why they're so special to me, probably because I didn't have them. But the Canseco, the Bonds, The FF, Bill
There it
Ripken,
is. Yes.
yeah, the Strawberry and Dave Winfield. Just classic cards from that I always wanted when I was a kid. I
Oh
had
yeah.
some of these, but
Yeah, those are all great. Yeah.
yeah, just kind of classic, modern. My favorite Bo Jackson card for sure. It's the classic Jordan 82 Ripken, and then
Yes.
this regular rookie. And then these are my couple westerns I have up here. Western cards. I
Yeah.
love westerns. So there's my Gene Autry on the right and Roy Rogers on the left. This is the card I made for Scott's competition back in the day with Cooper, my son.
Nice.
An auto relic. Got a Toy Story relic, and we both autographed it. Tom Mix, some of my favorite Griffies. And then these are my Notre Dame autos, which I love. I really got into the flawless autos of Notre Dame. So like that's Joe Theismann. This is the pro set of Rocket Ishmael. But then these three I just love. They all have the logo. They're called flawless logo. So
Right.
Tim Brown, Jerome Bettis, and then Rocket Ishmael. So the only thing that's not done is in this corner, we're gonna have a corner bookshelf,
Yep.
and uh, and then this last picture I got from my uncle back in the day. It's the '88 Notre Dame championship, signed by Tony Rice and Chris Zorich and Patrick Carroll. So that'll be moving over a little bit, and we're gonna get some corner bookshelves here to mount. We'll make them for baseball books and my wife's books and such. So,
Sure.
but yeah, that's like I said, nothing crazy. My goal was kind of streamline, and I want to switch things in and out quickly, and just have a lot of variety over time, put up different pictures and things like that. So I thought this was a good first approach, and away we go. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Fantastic, man. Hey, you made it back to the seat.
I'm standing here, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, nothing crazy, but everything I like is shown, right? It's everything that I really enjoy. So
Right. Right, right,
yeah.
right. I mean, actually, I was writing some cards down, and you got a lot of compliments in the chat. I was keeping an eye on it. Um, what was the Joe Wood card?
Oh yeah, that one. Let me bring it over here. Yeah, that's American Caramel.
Okay,
Yeah, it's the American Caramel Joe Wood.
nice. That's an
Yeah,
awesome
yeah,
card.
yeah. It's fun.
Um, yes, I agree. The card room video is well worth the wait and the endless harassment. Anybody have any questions for Reese? I have a couple for you, man. If you've got some
Okay.
time.
Yeah, sure.
So like one of the things you mentioned just now was that you are not necessarily showing everything, but your plan is to sort of be able to swap stuff out. And part of that's probably like maybe like a space consideration, but it's also just that you don't necessarily want to show everything all at once, right?
Yeah, yeah. My goal was to change it up so I can change it, have enough to keep it kind of as streamlined as I can, so I have things I can just kind of keep switching them in and out, varying things, change the look of it, and put other things out that I want to see. So, I think I'll probably take a lot of the '80s cards out soon and put up a bunch of kind of my non-sports ones and more Western stuff, that type of thing. Right,
Yeah.
different cards I pick up. So, yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea and I don't have a lot of space here, so I didn't want to do too much. I mean, I already
Right.
have enough on, I think, but it's like, I wanted to keep it kind of simple, I guess, simple
Right.
as I could. Yeah, yeah,
Here's a question for you from Vintage Sports Flips. Are you in the Philly area and do you collect Eagles at all?
yeah. I'm about an hour north of Philadelphia, in the Lehigh Valley. Taking about an hour, like to get to the stadium. Yeah, I do collect some Eagles. I don't have some up here, but not a lot. I just the players I really love. Like I have Reggie White and Clyde Simmons and those guys, some Jalen Hurts, but I don't collect a lot of football. Um, if I have like 100 football cards, that's probably overstating it. You know,
Right.
so just the ones I really love. Yeah,
Right.
so I love the Eagles. diehard Eagles fan. I just don't collect. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's only so much you can focus on, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah,
I was even just like looking through your stuff. I was thinking of stuff like, oh, you could take that Larry Doby Dandy card and put that right next to your lamp.
yeah,
Um,
it's
you
right.
know,
It's
or
true.
like you've got your Richie Ashburn and Robin Roberts gloves. Get some cards, put those next to those gloves, and
Yeah,
you've got lots of cool opportunities to kind of mix and match stuff.
yeah. I was
So
thinking
it
too,
should
I'd
be
like to
fun.
find an old, like even an old baseball or even maybe autograph and put it in the glove. Keep
Right.
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a lot of fun with it. You know, like I said, I spent most time organizing, getting rid of things, and getting ready to do the room. It was kind of weird, but I appreciated your push too, Alex. You really did. Like you were motivating me. You were motivating me, man. I'm like, it's like I'm making progress. You know what? I should probably make more progress. you know?
Well, so Mike says it here. We knew you'd come through. What Alex saying. I always knew he was going to finish the room, and now I'm actually like I'm almost a little disappointed because now I don't get to make that joke anymore. But Reese, no, I mean I really appreciate you sharing it, and congrats, man. It's an awesome space. I assume you're enjoying just kind of being in there now and kind of having it all set up.
Yeah, like I said, like I literally sit here like every day. So on my left, I have all those magazines. My cards are right in front of me, which is why I put it in. So yeah, definitely enjoying it. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Cool. We're probably gonna call it there for tonight, guys. A short one, but a great one. Reese, thanks so much for doing this, and I promise I'm not gonna ask you about the card room anymore.
No worries, Alex.
Cool.
I appreciate it.
All right, all right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Sunday night, and we'll see you again next time. Take care,
Yeah.
guys.
See you guys. Be good.